Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Coach Danielle here. Thanks for tuning in to Confessions of a Fitness Coach. Today's episode, I figured since I'm going on vacation, well, I guess I shouldn't say going on vacation. I'm getting married, eloping in Hawaii. I'm going to Kauai, Hawaii, and I'm eloping with the love of my life. We've been together for about 4.5 years. Funny story, we met on Tinder. I just kind of like someone told me to download Tinder, and I wasn't really into the dating scene very well. Like, I had been in a relationship for a while and I didn't know how to get back in, and everything kind of changed to like everything being social media. So my friend Eric, he actually told me to download Tinder, and I did. And 2 weeks later I found my fiance Trent, and we're getting married in Kauai, Hawaii, June 7th, and I'm so pumped for it. So I figured that I would do an episode on tips on how to stay healthy on vacation, because it is so hard. I literally had a woman come in today and tell me, I'm back from Italy and I ate like shit. Like, she's like, we said we were only gonna eat, this and this at this certain time. She's like, we didn't plan ahead. We just kind of winged it and it didn't work. So I figured today I'm gonna do an episode on healthy eating on vacation, or just tips to kind of stick to healthier plans. So that's coming up next, guys. Stay tuned. So before I start the tips, I have 10 great tips for you guys you don't want to miss. They are up next. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about supplements and healthy supplements. I know a lot of people, they go to stores, those vitamin stores, and they get whatever supplement they tell them to kind of what's best. But you don't really know what's in it. Half the time you look on the back of the label, you can't even pronounce what's on the back. So what I've been using since November of 2017 consistently, and it's really helped me reach my goals. It's called Amp Nutrition, and I'm an Amped athlete. I'm sponsored by the company, but I really, really love the product. It's made for women. It's designed for a woman's body. So basically, they have plenty of different supplements for you to choose from, and everything from a pre-workout, a recovery. They have a BCAA, an electrolyte drink that's a recharge you can take whenever. They got the Amp Pro protein with 20 grams of protein, and everything is no sugar. It's sweetened with stevia. It's all natural. And all of our products are under 11 ingredients or less. We even have a collagen product called Beauty Greens that has a lot of great minerals and vitamins in that product as well. And we also have a ketones product too, for those of you that are into ketosis, and it's also good for you to take even if you're not into that keto diet. So if you are interested, I will leave it in the show notes as well, but you can go to www.ampdntrx.com. So ampednutrix.com. And if you buy anything, use my code, all capital letters, DANI 10. So Danny 10, and you will get 10% off your entire order, or whatever you order at any time. So anytime you order from Amp Nutrition, you will get the 10% off with that coupon code. So now let's get on to our tips. Tip number 1, plan ahead. Google places nearby your vacation spot, even near your excursions if you have any planned. Peep the menus and see what they have that you can order, and kind of make like an itinerary just as you would for your activities that you plan. So make like a food itinerary. Try to find some place that you won't be tempted, and if you are tempted, try to balance it out and not overindulge. Really just try to portion out your food, maybe share a little with your family if they're not into the dieting thing, or maybe place some on another plate that you just know you're not gonna touch, or bring it to your hotel or wherever you're staying. So, it doesn't mean that because you're on vacation, you're invisible and you should eat whatever you want. So make a plan and stick to it as much as you can. Once it is in place, you really won't have to worry about wondering where to eat, or what's open, or where does your family or whoever you went with on vacation want to eat, or what they have have on the menu, because you will have already planned it out. You will already know what you do and do not like in that area, and you can plan it from there. And I promise you, if you're one of those people that is like, well, what do you want to eat tonight? Well, I don't know. What do you want to eat tonight? And you have that problem around your home where you live and you know what the fuck is around you. Well, guess what's going to happen on vacation? You don't know nothing around you. You guys are both going to be talking about it for like an hour before you figure out where you want to eat. And by that time, you're starving. So you want an appetizer. You want something filling. So you know what? Plan ahead. It's going to work out way better and you'll figure it out. That way you have the plan in place and you don't have to worry. So, and then your family, that'll save you some arguments, whether you're going with your family, a friend, or a significant other. Because, we always get in those fights. And also, make sure you show your family the menu too. If you find something you can eat, show your family, maybe email it to them, maybe text it to them. Say, hey, is this somewhere you're going to like to eat? Because this has something on the menu that will work for my plans for right now, my nutritional plans. So that way you can stick to it. It's a huge help. It will save you time on wondering where to eat on vacation. So it's a great idea. Tip number 2 is going to be packing healthy snacks so you don't indulge from starvation. Sometimes, traveling can be long and it's really easy to reach for those chocolates and chips behind the counters on the go, or maybe those pastries and high sugary foods that you tend to catch yourself eating on the go as well. Like, if you're in the airport, you either pass something that has something that looks good and you end up eating that because it's a little easier. But if you plan ahead, something like nuts, bananas, grapes, apples, or maybe even a nutrient-packed protein snack, keep some on hand, maybe in your purse, your pocket, your bag. It is a lifesaver. And, as soon as that hunger hits and you walk past that pastry coffee shop at the airport, you're going to want to stop and get that cake pop or that donut or whatever they may have over there. Just reach for a happier snack and a healthier snack and remind yourself that you are eating for purpose, not for pleasure, like I always say. You do not want to feel like shit and all bloated on your airport traveling or your drive or even on your vacation. So just like literally when you go to reach for that snack, think about how it's going to make you feel later. Like, how it makes you feel, especially if you keep indulging. So let's get on to tip number 3. Try to plan active activities. Take hikes and walks. Maybe plan out a few days to hit the gym before your family wakes up. Do some laps in the swimming pool, or if you're vacationing in colder places, maybe go skiing and snowboarding, not just like chill in those bars and just drink your face off. Plan something fun and active and try to do it a few times, not just like once. Keep doing active things. Something that gets you moving, something that keeps your body burning. So like when I take a cruise, I've taken a lot of cruises, but I ban myself from the elevator unless I'm like in a super rush and I need to, or if I'm like super drunk and I probably shouldn't be walking in heels, but I don't really drink anymore. But I mean, we're talking about the past here. So I'm talking about relation, and in relation to anybody relating to me, that's something I've had to take the elevator for that a reason, or a time or two, I should say. So maybe just take the stairs. That's what I used to like to do on cruises. I banned myself from the elevator, walk of the cruises, and my cheap ass always gets like the bottom floor, like deck R, and I'm always walking from the bottom to the top. Now we're here. I'm goofy. So, just don't use the elevator. Take the stairs, use the legs you woke up with. Some are not as fortunate, so remember that next time you say, I don't feel like taking the stairs. If you got them sneakers on or those flip-flops, walk a few flights, challenge yourself. I get it, you're on vacation, but just because you're on vacation doesn't mean that you're free of all of your worries. You're still going to feel like shit when you get home. So like I said, if you plan ahead and try to be proactive about it, you're not going to feel as bad. You'll be like, you know what? I took those stairs. You're going to have that in your brain, and it'll make you feel a little bit better, a little bit more motivated, a little bit more inspired to keep it going. Let's get into tip number 4, which is, I've given this a lot of tips and a lot of things, but drink water because it's super important to stay hydrated, especially if you plan to drink a lot of alcohol. A lot of people go on vacation, they like to indulge on their drinking. And that's cool. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. This might not be for you, but still, water is important no matter whether you do or you don't. So keep that intake high, and the water will flush out the toxins that maybe you have been intaking. And it'll keep you feeling full, and your body really needs it to function properly. Remember, most of those sugary drinks that they sell have more grams of sugar in one drink than you are supposed to have for the day. So some of those fruity drinks are just packed with sugar. And I'm not saying don't go having your rum runner, your Mai Tai, your mojito on vacation. I'm just saying moderation is key. And after you have 2, 3 of those sugary drinks, your shit starts hurting. So don't lie. And then you just try to drink a few more so you don't feel it anymore. You're going to numb that pain, and then you're going to be hugging the toilet in pain the next day on your vacation. So try to be mindful, as mindful as possible as you can while taking alcohol. Maybe my words to you in this podcast will stick in your brain. Maybe you'll think of me after having that third sugary drink while you're on vacation. So just think about how it makes you feel. Try to do it in moderation, and you'll thank me later. And you'll really thank me if you're the only one of your friends not feeling like crap the next day from all the sugary and empty calories that, maybe they've been drinking. So aim for maybe a gallon a day. Aim for a gallon, guys. I mean, I know it's hard, but if you can pound drinks, you can pound some water, especially if it's going to make you feel good, and eat less. Let's get on to tip number 5, which is try to stay somewhere you can cook, or maybe just plan meals for your trip. So I like to stay in Airbnbs as much as I can. So I'll go onto the Airbnb app, and I'll try to find somebody renting out their home for the week, or maybe like a hotel with a fridge or a little kitchen in it. So that way you can go to the local store, grab some healthier, nutrient-packed foods to cook on your vacation spot if it has a kitchen or that option. Even if it has like a refrigerator and not even a microwave or a toaster, you can still get away with making some good snacks on the go with just a refrigerator. You can make sandwiches. You can make a little healthier type of sub with some whole wheat bread, something to prepare before you start getting into all that fun. If it's there for you to grab on the go, the less time you have to spend figuring out where you have to eat or what to eat or how it will make you feel later. You just grab it, eat it, and you're on to what you want to get doing for your vacation. Whether it's laying by the pool or seeing some amazing sights, going skiing, whatever it is, just plan it out. Number 6, let's get into that one, is going to be plan a day or a night maybe that you allow yourself to indulge. Maybe a really cool place you've been eyeing with a bomb-ass pasta dish and maybe some amazing chocolate cake. Maybe if you've been eyeing that, plan that day and enjoy it for being good on your trip and being prepared. Make it the last day or maybe the second to last day. That way you can have your cake and you can eat it too. You need that moderation and not to overindulge into every aspect of your vacation. It is totally doable, and you have to remember that you just have to figure out what is more important to you, your health, or having 30 seconds of satisfaction from extremely high calorie and highly processed meal. You're going to regret having it later. That regret will get you nowhere if you're trying to reach a goal. You'll stay right where you are, and if you don't do something you have not done, you're going to get nowhere. So make a plan and have it in place, set a time aside, and next time you are bored at work, instead of surfing like social media, surf the web for healthier places to eat or marketplaces or maybe a Costco. Pre-plan the meals on your vacation. You will find that it will help you out in the long run for sure. So tip number 7 is going to be don't eat just to eat when you're hungry. Don't just go eating an appetizer or a meal an hour after you ate somewhere else like a full meal. Just because they have the world's greatest French fries or the world's greatest clam chowder or whatever it may be. Plan those things out if that is something important to you, especially if you're a person who bar hops to different places with food on the menu. Plan it out and don't go crazy. So if O'Malley's has the best freaking mozzarella sticks in town, then when you're at McMullen's, don't go having, 5 beers and an entire plate of fish and chips. I don't know. I don't even eat those foods, but I'm just making up just fake things, fake situations. You can put in place what your desirable foods are. So don't just eat to eat, just figure it out, plan it, so you don't go crazy. Don't overindulge in those things just because they have something you're really liking on the menu and you had a few drinks and, I'm on vacation. Let me have this. No, plan it out. Know what you like and figure it out. So let's get on to tip number 8. If you know your kryptonite is soda and sugary drinks, go buy a pack of bottled waters or reusable bottles and keep nothing but water in your room, wherever you're staying. Those sugary drinks will give you a headache. They will make you feel tired and lethargic, and they will dehydrate your body. So keep it out of reach. You need to hydrate, not dehydrate. You want more water, something that's going to make you function better throughout your day, your vacation, to make you feel good. And if it's not in your room, you won't have to go out. You're going to have to go out of your way to get it if it's not in the room. And if it's out of the room, it's less likely you're going to go grab it. It's also healthier to keep the drinking choices at reach so you're ready when you're in need and you want that drink. Let's get on to number 9, which is have fun. Soak in the time you need to refresh and rejuvenate your mind, your body, your soul. See the things that wherever you're traveling has to offer. Whether you're traveling to another country or traveling out of town, plan ahead. There are no excuses for it. Just because you have busted your ass for however long you have doesn't mean it's time to go just reward yourself with whatever treat you want. It's great to have what we want, but you have to look at the bigger picture. And if your end goal is to lean out and lose weight and stay healthy for your future, nutrition is one of the biggest factors in that occasion here. So you can put it off for as long as you want, but I promise you that it will catch up to you, and you can either take action or make excuses, and that is your personal choice. And I'm here to help you any way that I can. So let's get on to number 10, which is learn something new while on vacation. Challenge yourself. Find out something new about the area around the people. Even if it's out of town, always come back with more knowledge than you had. Make sure you have fun, like I said in tip number 9, but just plan your workouts. Maybe see if the place you're staying has a facility or maybe a facility nearby. Maybe they offer classes somewhere. Maybe try yoga for the first time if you've never tried it. Maybe you're at a beautiful resort on the beach in like this epic, serene place. Go try it out. You might really, really enjoy it. And there's nobody that you know there to judge you anyways, right? Other than your family or whoever you're with. But who cares? They're your family. They're not going to say nothing. Just plan for it, guys. Stay active, stay healthy. Those are my 10 tips for you to stay successful on your vacation. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, make sure to subscribe to my podcast channel, and also follow me on Instagram. You can find me at Coach Danielle Collette, 2 L's and 2 T's with that last one. And then on Facebook, you can find me at Confessions of a Fitness Coach. That is on my page on there. And other than that, you can find me at www.confessionsofaFitnessCoach.com. And I'll leave that AMP Nutrition stuff in the show notes. If you're interested, please do not hesitate. Write me on Instagram if you ever have questions or maybe something you want to hear on the podcast. I'd love to hear the questions that you have. Thanks again for listening to Confessions of a Fitness Coach. I'm your host, Coach Danielle Collette, and I hope you go make today your bitch, guys. I'll see you next time.